So what made you start the Serial Datus blog?
Well, I thought, okay, I put myself on a bunch of dating sites, and I was getting a lot of dates. And I thought, I don't know, I've had like one funny experience after another. I enjoy writing. I always think about the past experiences in my head and think, God, that'd make a really good line. God, that'd make a really good story. I should just write about it. So I put myself on 2 dating sites. I had professional pictures taken. Well, I had those done recently. But people really write to you when you have nice pictures and you have a nice profile. I consider myself very well spoken. And I probably get about 15 hits a day. 15 guys writing me. Every time I'm on my dating sites, at least one guy tries to catch me while I'm online. And I love to write. Writing's therapeutic for me. I enjoy writing. I feel like I'm really good at it, actually. You know, I could think of so many good mnemonics and so many good, not mnemonics, excuse me, not mnemonics, metaphors. I have really good metaphors. I think I have a good sense of humor. I just want to share it with the world. And until I find my soulmate, be on my journey, I might as well pick up some interesting characters and write about it.
So, do any of the guys that you date find your blog?
Only 2 know about it, and that's it. I haven't told anybody else. Like, the one guy I told about was my coworker that I started dating in the very beginning of my blogs. And because I met him, my coworker, I met him because I needed to talk to him about a case. We ended up flirting and liking each other, and I told him about my blog, and then he wanted to go out with me after he read all my blogs. He was like, oh, I want to go out with you too, and I want you to blog about me. So I was like, okay. So he was in quite a few of my blogs.
Did you sleep with him?
Yes, I did.
How did he like being written about?
He didn't. Honestly, he liked my writing, but he could care less. I mean, the man didn't really care about anybody but himself, to be honest. I mean, he was an ex-drug addict. You know, those people are very selfish people. And he said to me one day, recently, he said to me, really, I don't think I care about anybody more than I care about myself. And I'm like, that's great, Eric. Good for you. And, there was another guy that I went on only one date with. And he was an artist. I knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. We weren't attracted to each other. I just wanted to go out with him, for just a different kind of guy. I seemed to be going out with the same kind. And he was interested in reading it, but you see, because we kind of had a funky experience on our date, I didn't want him to read it, but he knew about it. Yeah. He didn't care. He was very interested in it. He was an artist. He was like, oh, I'm interested in that. So, yeah.
What have you learned through writing this blog?
I've learned that the men the ones I like, are usually the ones that I'm really insecure around. I mean, I've learned that I know what I want. I mean, I've learned, exactly what I want. But I've also learned what I really don't want. I just really start learning more about myself. And, this most recent guy that I've been going out with, I've been going out with a lot of dates, only a week and a half. We're crazy about each other. But I've also, because of my past experience, I know that things that happen fast usually end very fast as well. So I'm taking that into consideration, but at the same time, I know me. I can't change who I am. I go with it. I go with the flow with everything. I mean, even if it's full speed ahead, that's just the person I've always been, and maybe, I'm not sure if it's a bad or good thing, but I feel like somebody that really cares about me won't care that I do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just go and enjoy myself. You only live once, and, I'm just going to, and yeah, you get hurt. The whole wonderful thing about love is the part that you get hurt because you feel, if we constantly took into consideration the risk factor of everything we do, we'd never do anything.
Right.
We'd never do anything. We wouldn't experience anything. We wouldn't want to feel, being hurt, it's just a learning experience, and it makes us realize that we're emotional, we're human beings, and that, we're not invincible. It just makes us, humble us, if anything, and then we learn from it, and then maybe we try not to fall in love as fast for the next person. You know, but, you know, I mean, I try not to change my pattern too much because then I would just be lying to myself. You know?
Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Pondering. If I had a beard, I'd do that too.
Yeah, it's great to ponder.
I was like, ooh.
Does it make me look wise?
It does.
Like, you knew me before I had a beard, right?
No, you always had a small one.
Okay, you knew me. I met you when I just had a small one.
Yeah. Like when Devorah's birthday, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, pondering.
Does it make me look wiser or tougher or more
Not
familiar?
tougher. I think it does make you look more religious as a person. I mean, I know you really well, so I mean, but like if I just met you on the street, I would have been like, I would have totally felt weird about not covering my shoulders or my knees. Yeah. I would have totally felt weird, like hugging you, like,
Does it make me look Jewish?
oh yeah. Well, dude, forget the fact that like you're wearing tzitzit, a black coat, and a kippah. I mean, as I told you before, you can either be Jewish or homeless. It's one or the other. If you're wearing your shabby clothes, you look homeless.
Have you gotten
Yeah.
crap from people for being friends with me?
Have I?
Yeah,
Once.
once.
But I told them I really don't care what other people think. A few people have said something to me. I shouldn't say that, but I've always made it clear that I really could care less what everybody else thinks. I say, I don't care, and I'm not dating you, I'm your friend, and I like you for you. And I said, if people really, I tell people actually this, I said, people, seriously, if you really knew what I'd done in my life, you probably wouldn't want to be my friend either. So, yeah. You know, like, it's like, who am I to judge you? I've done a lot of crap in my life. You know, like, whatever. You're a good person altogether. It's not like just because of what you've done in your life that somebody would fall and you wouldn't help them get up. You wouldn't call 911.
Right.
You're a good Samaritan, a good whole person. And people have to just learn to... Seriously, like, nobody's perfect. Even the people that point fingers are usually the people that have done so much worse because they want to point you out so that they don't have to look at themselves. Just my opinion. I really could care less.
What do you miss about being Orthodox?
What have I missed the most? I think I just miss, like, Shabbat, like, with, like, my friends in Israel. I miss Shabbat. I miss, like, I do. I mean, I can't do it anymore. I work on Saturday now, but sometimes I really miss, like, the feeling of it when I was a kid, like, getting ready for it and stuff like that. I think I miss that the most. I don't know if I really miss anything else. But I do miss that.
What's it like living in the heart of an Orthodox community where kind of everybody knows your business? And
Oh, I don't do it anymore.
I know, but you used to.
Well, I used to. It was hard because, you know, a lot of people did know my family and a lot of people knew that I was, you know, who I was and definitely looked down on me for it. But once I just kind of was out of view, like, nobody really bothered me about my business.
Yeah.
And after that, it wasn't a problem anymore. You know, when I stopped disassociating myself, it wasn't a problem. The more I disassociated myself from my old life, the more I desensitized, the more people didn't think about me and I didn't think about them. You know?
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the difference between dating a secular Jewish guy and a secular Goyish guy?
Honestly, the only difference that I see is that, I shouldn't say it, but with a secular Jewish guy, because I used to work in outreach, you know, I used to do Kiruv.
Yeah.
I have issues when I talking to a Jew and he doesn't know when I say Shabbos, he doesn't know when I say MS, when I say words. You know, like when I talk about, the Torah and Tanakh and Mishnah and da-da-da. When I talk about, you know, Shemanigya, like words.
Yeah.
When I could talk, like when I'm with people that are Jewish, like people that are like me, that left Orthodoxy but we're Frum, we could still talk in Frum way, you know, and we, even, no matter what we're talking about, you know, and we get it. You know, like, talking to a Jew that doesn't know anything is very hard, because you're like, oh yeah, he was wearing a kippah. A what? A kippah?